Our Feed the Need summer food campaign this year supporting 4 local food pantries. As you mentioned, Helping Hands is one of those. I want to bring in Kimberly Pointer. She's a longtime volunteer here. Kimberly, walk me through, what are you guys seeing on the ground right now?
On the ground, meaning our folks coming in, yes, a great need for people needing extra food to put on their tables. For example, we have a lot of seniors that are on a very limited income, and they come in to get goods from us. I have several families that are single grandmothers that have ended up with teenagers. Wow. And it's really taking a toll on them to feed these teenagers. And so that's one of the biggest needs here. And then families too that are medium income families. We're seeing a lot of families that are, struggling because of the high cost of living right now.
People might think at home, we got through the pandemic, COVID-19 largely behind us. There was a big need then. People now should be doing better, but you're saying that's not at all what you're seeing.
No, sir. There's been some government cutbacks, and that's what's happening, why the food pantries are being utilized more and more. And the Feed the Need campaign that y'all are doing, that we're very appreciative of, that's going to be great help for us. And certainly we could use more help too,
Talk a little bit about your journey. I know you've been a volunteer here for almost 20 years. Why was it so important for you to get involved here?
I think it's just the love that the people that come here give me. I get more out of it than I give them because they are so grateful. When we are meeting needs at this ministry, at this food pantry, we're not only meeting the needs of food, but we're also meeting the needs of being compassionate and love towards the people.
Kimberly, thank you so much for giving us a few minutes tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, Lauren, so I'll go ahead and send it back to you in the studio. I know we've been keeping a running tally of those donations. I think you have some updated figures for us.
Sure do. All right, so we're part of the Feed the Need program that we're having ongoing right now, just as you heard her talk about. To donate, you can scan the QR code on your screen. You can also go to 25cares.com to donate. We'll check back in with Todd in just a little while. A local grocery store worker gained a new friend this week after a Temple resident stepped in to save his life when he collapsed during a seizure while at work. 25 News reporter Jarrell Baker has that story.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on? Good friends are hard to find, harder to leave, and impossible to forget.
Yeah, I'm glad he's doing better today.
Adam Mangia will never forget his new friend, Thomas Laura, the man who saved his life.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. He's like my best friend now.
Tuesday, Adam collapsed while working at a local grocery store.
I was working cash register, stocking, helping others, and then after that, I just, boom, I was fixing to put something on the shelves, the last thing I remember, and then I fell.
Adam had a seizure, his second in the last decade. Luckily, Thomas was there.
As I was walking in, I had seen him in the aisle that he collapsed on, and when he collapsed, I kind of freaked out myself and oh my God, because I didn't see nobody else but him.
Thomas quickly alerted Adam's co-worker and manager, called 911, and helped stabilize him until paramedics arrived.
He just wouldn't breathe. He was just stiff. So I was freaking out, and I just said, Lord, please don't let him down this floor. And after that, he took a deep breath. He he started catching his breath.
Adam survived and made it to the hospital.
I ended up in the hospital, for several days, getting x-ray, getting the EEG, getting the MRI.
Adam was discharged Friday and said it's still unclear what led to his seizure. He'll be home recovering for the next 6 months, with his new best friend at his side.
You know, to save my life. You know, I couldn't be more grateful because I have a 13-year-old daughter that I love. And I get to see her again because of him.
In Temple, Jarrell Baker, 25 News.
Wow. Well, Downsville is a small community with a very rich history. It is 8 miles southeast of downtown Waco, one of the hundreds of freedom colonies across the state. The volunteer fire department is a gathering spot for the entire community, and in recent years, they have not been able to host their big community day. But this weekend, they are hoping to change that.
We may not have been as active as we, in the past few years, but we're going to be more. And this weekend is the first way that we're going to show people that, hey, we're still here and we're making a comeback.
Now, the free community event starts tomorrow at 10 at the fire station. They'll have food, music, games, and quality time together. Coming up, we're looking at the latest with the writer's strike and how it could impact your favorite shows and streaming services. The Screen Actors Guild's 160,000 members are on strike, and it will likely bring production for some of your favorite TV shows and most anticipated movies to a halt. Ivan Rodriguez reports.
Actors hitting the picket line Friday, going on strike against television shows and movie productions for the first time since 1980.
We are being victimized by a very greedy entity.
The SAG-AFTRA strike crippling a TV and movie business already limping during the Writers Guild of America's strike. Both guilds are upset over compensation in the streaming era.
There's a whole middle class of writers and actors that is disappearing because they're making it more and more difficult to just make a living.
Along with better pay, actors say residuals for past work have been dried up since the rise of streaming services. Concerns about artificial intelligence are another sticking point in negotiations. Studios say they've offered the highest % increase in minimum pay in 35 years.
There's a level of expectation that they have that is just not realistic. And they are adding to a set of challenges that this business is already facing.
For viewers, the impacts on their screens could be felt by the end of the year.
The movie productions will shut down. TV productions have shut down. Many have already shut down because of the writer's strike. So we're going to see, season premieres happening much later.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
All right, now turning to our weather here at home. It was a hot, sultry day outside
Well,
today.
yeah, we are going to look at that for the next little while. Next week as well, we were talking about 105 yesterday and 106 and how it's coming back for Tuesday. So we don't have the best forecast to share with you here, but 105 and 106 will be returning in this forecast before too long. Let's just take a moment to talk about what's happening now, though. We've got that heat advisory for the area here, and it's basically everyone except Burnett and Williamson counties. That's going to be an excessive heat warning for the remainder of the evening, but then that's going to disappear and they go to a heat advisory as well for tomorrow. So this is in effect through tomorrow, and we're going to continue to see a heat index of about 105 to 109 through the next few days. And yeah, I was mentioning there at the desk, we had that 105 and 106 high temperature for several of us yesterday. Maybe not the case today, but it's coming back. It will be back like that, just as hot for part of next week, which we'll get to in just a moment. But even by 7 o'clock, we're still looking at 101 degrees outside, 98 for 8 o'clock, and then 95 at 9, and still in the 90s at 10 with clear skies and a southerly wind at about 13 to 14 miles per hour. So again, this may not be something that is hitting that excessive heat warning criteria for most of us, but it's still plenty hot and something you want to be taking seriously. Plenty of sunshine as well. You might have seen overhead a few of those light cirrus clouds drifting overhead, and that's really been all we've seen. The thicker cloud covers up towards the Red River. They've actually had a little bit of rain up there, but it's heading east. It is not going to be impacting us, while much of the Lone Star State is dealing with plenty of sunshine at the moment. And that is going to probably remain the case into next week, and here is why. We do at least have a chance of a little bit of rain on Sunday as high pressure will move to the west a little bit. Notice the crease that's happening here in the jet stream pattern. So it's taking a little bit more of a southern slump here. This could allow for a little bit of rain to get as far south as parts of central Texas on Sunday. However, that is going to be a bit of a stretch. Not everyone is going to see that. But this pattern does not stay that way. Watch how we go into next week and everything builds and builds again. High pressure gets stronger across all of the southern United States, really contributing to that heat just coming back in the orders of magnitude that we saw a couple days ago and yesterday. So through Saturday, we're seeing a few clouds here and there, but Sunday, well, it's going to be possible that a little bit of rain could make it in from the north. We're talking about just a little bit here and there. You see on Feature Track, mainly the northern parts could see a shower or a storm or two. Hey, if a storm does develop, it could be a strong storm with some gusty winds and some frequent lightning, so we will keep an eye on that. But again, anything that does develop is going to be isolated, and most of us won't see anything on Sunday. 80 degrees will be your overnight low for most of the area. Quite warm tonight. And then 103 tomorrow. 103 for Gatesville, Killeen 104, Hearn 103, and Groesbeck at 102. But like I said, yesterday we had many locations at 105 and 106. Those temperatures are coming back. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's what it will look like. Plenty of sunshine across much of next work week, even staying above 100 for the next 9 to 10 days.
Thanks, Caleb. Artificial intelligence is already helping doctors diagnose diseases. Now, scientists are looking into how it could prevent sudden deaths. Still to come. A new study into AI and sudden cardiac deaths may help save lives in the future. Evie Ramos has that story.
Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing medicine, from analyzing imaging to helping doctors diagnose diseases. Now, new research shows it could be used to help predict and even prevent the largest cause of natural death in the U.S.
I think this could revolutionize the way we make sudden cardiac death prevention.
Sudden cardiac death kills more than 300,000 adults in this country each year, according to the Cleveland Clinic. It's responsible for half of all heart disease deaths. In a new study, an artificial intelligence model correctly identified patients at risk of ventricular tachycardia. VTAC is a condition in which the lower chambers of the heart beat very quickly and is a major cause of sudden cardiac death. A team of doctors from around the world recently presented the findings at the Heart Rhythm Society's annual meeting. They say the findings come at a time when traditional methods for predicting sudden cardiac death are limited.
Currently, there is no such AI tools available for clinical practice. So we are at the very beginning. This is the beginning of the history of AI in medicine.
He says the technology could be life-saving for people who suffer from conditions like hypertension, obesity, and diabetes by offering early interventions. Researchers are currently looking to validate the model in clinical trials.
Well, you never know the journey someone has gone through to make it to where they are today. 25 Sports anchor Shaji Adam is in studio with more on that. Shaji?
Thanks, Lauren. Harker Heights High School Zion Pouncey may look like a regular track athlete to the people in the stands, but coming up, we hear about his journey about constantly overcoming the odds and breaking expectations. When you look out to any sporting field, you don't know the journey each of those student athletes went through to get to that stage. And for Zion Pouncey, he made the impossible possible. To the average viewer, Zion Pouncey is just another athlete at track meets, but everyone at Harker Heights High School knows how special he is. Let's go, Zion! At age 3, Zion was diagnosed with autism, and it brought a change to not just his life, but also his mother's.
When it was given to me, the diagnosis, for lack of a better words, I was a bit in shambles. Of course, the doctors was like, well, ma'am, you know, he won't be able to do this. He'll be limited in self-functioning. He'll be limited in speaking. He'll be limited in doing things that normal, neurotypical, regular kids would do. And definitely no one wants to hear that.
Zion would try multiple sports, but there ended up being one that stood out from the rest.
I always loved running. You know, always been like, especially like recess and stuff like that. Like I just loved running. Because that's why I was just play tag and stuff.
When I was at the Eastern Hills Middle School, I saw Zion playing a lot of sports. I met Zion throughout school. He and I kind of like developed a relationship, and then I saw him playing basketball. He wasn't quite getting it, and he came out for track. And I said, Zion, you gonna try track? He said, yes, sir.
Despite all the trials and the challenges, Zion proved himself on the track by qualifying for the Junior Olympics.
I was in shock. I was happy. I was in shock. Like, I was basically everything. Like, yeah. Like, I was a little bit nervous because it was my first year doing track, and somehow I made it to the Junior Olympics.
I told Mom from the first meet, you know, after I saw him run the first time, uncoached, untrained, just pure raw talent out there on the track. I knew the people that he was competing against. Some of the other athletes, I've been around the scene for a little while, so some of the athletes that he was kind of keeping up with at the time, and I said, well, by the time we get to the end of the summer, Mom, I said, go ahead and book your ticket for nationals. And she, oh no, not Zion, not Zion. So okay.
I am beyond proud of my son. I'm beyond proud of my son because growing up, it was so hard. Being socially awkward, not being able to fit in, not having a place and to find something. And not only did he find something, he's excelling in something. So it's just motivation that it could be done, that I constantly want him to understand it's not about your disability, it's always the ability or whatever you can do. Find that thing that's yours, find that thing, your niche, and and excel in it.
An incredible achievement, but the family is facing a setback. Olympic-sized fees holding Zion back from competing on the big stage.
I said, son, what's wrong? He was like, Mom, well, I know you're excited that I made it, but I also know that you can't afford it. And I was like, well, why do you say that? He was like, well, I heard you on the phone, was like, oh my gosh, he's doing so well. If Zion makes it to the Olympics, I got to figure out how I'm going to get him there. And I was like, son, you know what? You heard Mommy discuss that, but guess what? All I need you to do is run. I'll get you there. Come hell or high water, you're going to get there. If I got to sell everything, you go get there, because my job as his mother is to pour into him and support him and whatever it is that he wants to do.
To even make it there, that was an accomplishment in itself, especially since it was my first year doing track. But to compete too, that's amazing. Like, that's an amazing feat right there.
Constantly overcoming the impossible, Zion is certainly a champion on the field and at heart. Now, Zion's mother has been taking donations. If you want to reach out, you can email her at abeckham81@yahoo.com. It will also be on our website.
No, what a good mom.
Yeah, absolutely. She's wonderful to be around.
Yeah, all right, thanks, Shaji. Here's a look at what's ahead in our next half hour of the show today. Consumer confidence is growing to levels not seen in almost 2 years. We'll tell you why. Plus, the Biden administration still plans to forgive more student debt. The latest on that just ahead. About 4 million Texans face food insecurity, but local food banks can help feed the need. Let's check back in with Todd Unger, who is live at Helping Hands Food Ministry in Belton, part of our Feed the Need food drive today. Todd, how's it going out there?
Lauren, they do so much good work here. We are live inside part of their giant warehouse. I want to give the viewer at home who's watching right now just an idea of what people might get if they step in here, where their donations might go. So we're going to have a lot of canned vegetables. Here we've got collard greens, we've got green beans here. Those are always very popular. A lot of folks pick those up when they come here. We've also got some Gatorades over there. You can look at whole wheat in the back. They've got walnuts, all kinds of sodas, even some bottled waters here. Again, more shelled walnuts here, whole wheat. They really do like raw goods, something that somebody who comes in here needs a little help can take home and then bake into something more. I want to go to some video because, as you mentioned, we are doing the Feed the Need food drive. We are benefiting 4 local food pantries right now. Tonight we are at Helping Hands. Here they average about 370 households every week. That's how many they help. Last year, they dished out more than 254,000 pounds of fresh produce. 65,000 pounds of that was food rescued produce. Volunteer hours, if you can believe this, last year they had nearly 6,000 volunteer hours. So there is a huge helping spirit right here in Bell County. Let's go ahead and bring up a full screen graphic that really gives you an idea of how much people are giving right now. Close to $3,000, I think we're just over $2,800 has been donated in just the past week. We're going through the end of the month with this Feed the Need food drive. So certainly if you could donate even a few dollars, it seriously does make a big difference. You can do that at 25cares.com. All right, so I want to go back to Caleb because Caleb, it's a little warm in the warehouse here. We've got some fans going, not nearly as hot if we were outside. let's go ahead and get a look at that forecast.
You're right, Todd. I imagine it probably feels better indoors. You'd rather be there than out in temperatures like this. Up the road here in Waco, it's 103 with plenty of sunshine, just a couple clouds there in the background. Winds are out of the south, and as of recently, it's actually been a fairly breezy afternoon, 18-mile-per-hour winds, but I don't know that the winds are going to help out too much. The dew points are actually getting a little bit lower each day. We were in the upper 60s yesterday, dew points now in 64 degrees, which is why the heat index isn't as high. So we're no longer in that excessive heat warning, but it does feel like 106. Thankfully, though, we're not talking about it feeling like 110 or 111 as you're stepping outside. Speaking of that less humid air, you'll notice dew points are actually in the 50s out here over by Highway 281. That's bordering on drier air, or dry air. It does feel drier, that's for sure. And then dew points in the 60s do feel humid. The real muggy stuff is dew points in the 70s, and that's found over there towards Highway or Interstate 45. So I imagine the heat index is going to be a little bit higher out there. But area-wide, it is still quite hot. Everyone's still dealing with a temperature right now of 100 degrees plus. So quite sunny. You'll notice that the cloud cover has been up to our north, and actually a little bit of rain north of Dallas, but it's just too far away for us to get in on that action. We've just had a few clouds drifting through here and there, but overall, it's been a very sunny afternoon. We will continue to see a mix of sun and clouds as we go throughout the next few days, with 103 expected for tomorrow, 101 on Sunday, with very limited rain and thunderstorm chances generally north of Waco for that, and then jumping right back to 105 on Monday. We'll take a full look at the extended forecast for you coming up a little later.
The Biden administration has announced $39 billion in student debt relief. 804,000 borrowers will have their student debt wiped away in the coming weeks. It is due to administrative fixes that more accurately count qualified monthly payments. After reaching a set forgiveness threshold of 20 or 25 years, a borrower's remaining balance is then wiped away. You may still be eligible for a tax refund from 2019, but you only have until Monday to file. The IRS says nearly 1.5 million people could be eligible for almost $1.5 billion in unclaimed refunds. By law, taxpayers have 3 years to file and claim their tax refunds. According to the agency, there is no penalty for filing late if you're owed a refund. If you're not, the government keeps the money. And Americans are feeling optimistic about their future. Consumer sentiment was up 13% in July. That is the second straight month of improvement. It's also the most optimistic Americans have felt since 2021 in September of that year. Experts say it's because of cooling inflation and stable labor markets. Still to come, a program that started out helping Ohio veterans is going nationwide. We're talking post-traumatic stress disorder and new resources for vets after the break. With the heat comes worries about the power grid, but ERCOT says the supply should be enough to keep up with the demand. Jamal Andrus looks into the issue.
Triple-digit temperatures are pounding the Southwest and breaking records all across the country.
I'm new to Texas, so this is super new to me. I'm from Michigan, so it is not this hot ever.
More than 111 million people were under extreme heat advisories, watches, and warnings this week, according to the National Weather Service. In Texas, local officials are calling for residents to conserve power where they can as energy demands throughout the state test the power grid.
Every year in Texas has been hotter than the year before for like 30 years now, thanks to climate change.
Allison Silverstein is a consultant and former senior advisor with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. Silverstein says Texas's exploding population and business growth is partly to blame.
We did not design the grid with the intention or capability to keep up with that in terms of generation.
The Electric Reliability Council of Texas, or ERCOT, covers 25 million customers, or 90% of the state's electrical load. In February of 2021, extreme cold led to a power grid failure, blackouts all over Texas, and hundreds of deaths. But ERCOT says despite the demand, the grid will hold up this summer.
We built a lot of wind, a lot of solar, a lot of batteries, and some natural gas plants in the last few years. We have more capacity, and as long as it doesn't break, it's pretty good.
Michael Weber is a professor at the University of Texas. Weber says unlike the rest of the country, the Lone Star State's power